Hello, my crafty friends. So today, I thought we would try making a journal from a paperback book. Now, this is not something I have ever done before, but I thought we would try it together. So, I figured, well, let's just do it together and see what happens. So what I'm doing here is I'm massaging some of the papers open so I can see where the signatures are and how they're all attached. So I can get in there and cut out this book block. And I'm thinking I might try right here in the middle first, because I can see where it's in, and I can see the spine right here. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Because it is, this is glued to the, it's glued in. So, let's see what kind of mischief we can get into today, shall we? So what we might have to do is take out some of these pages. And I don't know if it's going to work or not, because this is glued right to the book. And I really didn't want to cut that spine. I wanted to keep it because I like that everything is soft. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to. I'm not going to be able to get it separate. Yeah. Without messing up that spine. And I know other people have done it, and I've watched them do it. Okay, wait, here we go. Here we go. But I want to keep this soft here. I mean, I can add support to it, but I want to keep it because I like a soft, squishy, bendable journal. You know what? I do have an idea, though. Maybe to soften up that glue. Here, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's see. Ooh, that's hot on your hands. Let's see if this works. I told you, I've never done this before. And I'm one to just jump in and go. All right, let's see if that helped. Let's see if that helped it. Oh yeah, the glue's nice and gooey now. Oh yeah, it's really gooey. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to change my blade after I'm done here. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's cut out some pages here. Let me use my bigger knife. Ah, there we go. See, I can see the stitching right there. Yep, I just sliced it. Well, it's not working the way I hoped it would work, that's for sure. So, I think I'm just going to have to cut these off and then create my own binding. So, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, let me find my board here. There it is. Okay. All right, there's one. Okay, there's two. Yeah, that was not coming off. And here's our book block right here. So, and here's my front cover. Here's my back cover. Huh. Not as soft and squishy as I wanted. Not as soft and squishy as I wanted. It's still a little stiff. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do after all that chaos is I think this is what I wanted. I wanted this. See how flexible it is? I wanted this. This is what I want. So I think this is what I want. Okay, so I need to cut off these interior flaps. Let me move this out of my way. Let me hang it over here. Okay, I got my metal ruler here. So let's cut these off. Now let's see how wide the signature is going to be. Because we can make this as wide as we want. This is going to be about 3/4 of an inch. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to make this a little wider. Because you guys know how chubby I make my journals. So you know what, maybe before we cut this off, because I might need the width, let's heat this just a smidge. Just a smidge so it lays flat. Yeah, let's get it to lay flat here. And then let's see if we can make it a little bit wider. Because I like my spines about 1.5 inches to give me a good base for about 3 signatures. Because I really like to pack them with all kinds of goodies. You know, I like to decorate my signatures quite a bit. All right, so let's measure this out here. Let's see. We're right here. So right here is 1.5 inches. Let's grab my pencil here. Mark here, here. Let's see if we can get this folded here. Let's see if we got that anywhere near straight. Yeah, not too bad. All right, let's use this as our guide. Yeah, you could use your scoreboard to do this. You know, to help you with the folding. That would work. Oops, that didn't work. Got it off the mark there. Okay, let's get this straight here. Okay. All right, there's one. Okay, and there's two. Okay, so now we have a wider spine. So now let's measure out. Now let me make sure I'm still okay, good. Sometimes I forget to push the record button. All right, so 5.5 inches wide. Yep, that's perfect. Let's make sure we're 5.5 over here. Nope, we're not 5.5 over here. So let's refold this side. Oh, good thing I didn't try to measure it there, huh? Okay. All right, let's put that away. So I don't try to cut anything with that thing again. Okay, let's get this straight. Doesn't look like I measured very straight, does it? Does not surprise me. Does it surprise you guys? Okay. Now, let's get that down. Okay. Now, we're going to cut these flaps off now. So, we're going to cut this one off right here. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be our book. Nice 2-inch spine. I can get some good signatures in there. Yeah. Okay. So let me move this. Okay. All right, let's put this away. We don't want to accidentally pick it up and, try to cut anything. And let's put this over here to the side. Okay. Now, and those are off. All right, we do need to cover the inside here. And I think on the inside, so I've got some fabrics here I was looking at. And I can't quite decide what ones I want to use. I'm thinking, I want to use this one. I think this is the one I want to use. This one. But I also think I'm going to have to cover this with something because that is going to show. Let's see if it shows through here. Her little red shoes show through. No, I don't think they do. No, I don't see anything, so I think we're good. Okay. So I also want to cover the inside, I think, with the same thing. I was thinking about doing it with this or with the pink. I really like the pink. Now, let's see the pink. Well, it'd be on white, so nothing would really show through the white. But if you opened this up and saw all this pink, that would be, that'd be a lot of pink. But I could use this to make like some edge ruffles, for some edge trim. And that wouldn't be too bad. That'd be just a little bit of pink. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this one for some edge trim instead of, blasting my eyeballs out. Okay. So let's see how much fabric we need here. Let's see. And I think this is directional fabric too. I do believe it is. So let's open it up. And let's see what we got here. Yes, it is. It is directional fabric. Yep, it is. Goes this way. All right, so that little piece that's already there. Where's the thing here? Let's see, make sure I can't see her little feet. Nope. No feet. Okay, good. let's turn this over. Alrighty. Now, to get started, I think I'm just going to cut right across there and get this big bulky piece out of my lap. And then we can trim it. Let me lift you guys up here so you can see better. Yeah, I don't cut straight either. Okay, there's that piece. That'll be for the outside. Whoa, that's way too big. And then for the inside, to offer some support for this, I'm going to cut the same size piece and take it across. And then on the at the spine area, I think I'm just going to add a piece of lace to break it up across the spine. And then when we sew the signatures in, they'll go through the lace and the fabric. And that will really support that spine a little bit. So let's cut another piece of fabric. Let's go over here. Here, we're going to cut this little piece off. We'll use this in it here. All right, so we'll use this in our journal. And let's lay this up here. Any cutoffs that we use, we'll use in our journal. They definitely won't go to waste. I love fabric. Okay, let me move this out of the way here so I don't cut it. And I don't need that right now. Aren't you guys glad I just brought you along for this ride? Yeah, there will be a part 2 to this. Because I'm going to have to let this glue dry before I... Oh, see, I told you I don't cut straight. That's what happens when I cut upside down. Because I'm going to have to let all this glue dry before I put my signatures in. And then our next video, part 2, we'll put our signatures in. And we'll start decorating. There we go. Okay, let's put this away. All right, let's put our scissors away for right now. Okay, let's put this on here and see what we need. Here, let me open up our glue pad here. All right, got our Fabri-Tac. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, in case you haven't seen the bottle, to put this down. This is a little, oh, you know what? I don't know if Fabri-Tac's going to work on this, because this is kind of slick. It should, but we're gonna see. Now, I like to give my fold over I like to give it a good, I know some people just like to give it a good 1/4 inch. I like to give mine more. I like to give mine about that much. Let's see, I can tell you about how much that much is. My that much is about 3/4 of an inch. And on some of my books, I've given them more. It depends on the book cover and how well I've cut the fabric. Because I can always trim it. And I don't usually trim the bottom in one side until after I've done until after I've done one side of it. I'll do one side, and then I'll come, after I get that one side secured, then I'll come and I'll look and I'll see. Let me just show you. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. It'll just be easier that way. It'll just be easier. Come on. Let me get something to open her up with. I'm pretty sure she's open. Well, you'd think I'd have something to poke in there, wouldn't you? Oh. It's not an open bottle. That could be the problem. I remember now. It was this is a new bottle. This is a new bottle. My little skinny bottle here. Let's try using it. All right, we'll try it. See how much we can get out of it. Oh, there. She's going to flow today. She's flowing today. Okay. 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 Now, I just glued down that one edge. That's all I did was put a little bit of glue on the edge. That's all I've done so far. Okay. So, if I turn that over, I didn't glue the body of this. I haven't put any glue on the body of it. And it doesn't matter if the picture is upside down or not. That doesn't make any difference. So, now I can see what I need to trim. Okay. You know what? Let's try the cleaner scissors. I think these might be cleaner. All right, let me clamp this down here. And let's see what all we need to trim. Okay. And then here's this side. Okay. That's what that side's going to be. Okay, the top is okay, but the bottom needs trimmed. Okay, there's another scrap. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm cutting out these little squares, you know, where you fold it. I know I don't do that little fun angle because, well, I can't. I always cut it too big. And then I have a hole there. So, this is my solution. I do it like when I'm wrapping paper. And sometimes I even don't do this right. So, I take my time and I cut out my little hole. And then when I fold up to my bottom, it looks like that. Just like that. Didn't cut that very straight. All right, so let's do it up here. Yeah, my scissors need cleaned. Okay. Okay, I think I need my sharper scissors. There we go. I'm using my Tim Holtz scissors. I can always count on them to be sharp. I don't have to clean those all the time. Okay, so now I'm going to glue down on the inside, on the sides first. And I'm going to put down plenty of glue here. And I've got my glue spreader right here. I'm going to spread it out a little bit so it doesn't leak through the fabric. And then I can come back and do that in just a minute. Okay, and I'm going to come over and do this side exactly the same way. Okay, I'm going to put my clamps over here to hold this, keep it from scooting around. Come on. Okay, whenever you're gluing down your fabric, make sure the important place to get it is on the corners. That's the most important. You can always come back and do, you know, more under here, but your corners, if you don't have your corners on the inside, that's where you run into trouble. Because those little corners will come up on you. And then you're in trouble. Because you can always come back and do this. You know, for this area that maybe you didn't get it out far enough. That's okay. You can come back and get those. Like I'm doing here. You can come back and get them. Just like that. And you want to make sure that your glue is going to stay down. And this is doing okay. Now I didn't put glue down on the front except on the one side to hold that edge. That's the only place I've put down glue on the front. I want this to move because my signatures are going to be sewn in, so they're going to hold it. And I want my fabric to be able to get, you know, poofy. I guess that's a word. Is poofy a word? I think it's a word. I want it to be able to poof out as the interior poofs. I like that word. As I add, you know, as I add stuff to it. I don't want it to be so stiff that it can't do that. Because you guys have seen my journals. You know I like to add a lot to them. Okay, so we're done with the sides. Now let's do the top and the bottom. Now remember, our journal has directional fabric on it. So once I get this on here, I have a definite top and I have a definite bottom. So that's something I need to always be aware of as I'm putting things on here. I have a definite top. I have a definite bottom. I can't go flip-flopping it around. And whenever I go to put my signatures in, I need to make sure I pay attention to that. So one of you guys holler out, you know, to me. Check top and bottom, okay? Now, let me know in the comments, have you guys ever made a journal from a book cover like this before? This is I think my second or third one, and I love them. I love the feel of it. I like how it, you know, expands and contracts with the pages. Have you guys ever made one before? And what's your favorite way of doing it? Yeah, this is a little bit wide, but that's all right. I don't mind if it's a little wide. It's a little crooked, too. My fabrics are always crooked. The only time they weren't was when I was quilting. And then they were straight, but oh my gracious. All right, it looks like Fabri-Tac is gluing just fine on this here. Oh my. Glued myself to the fabric. Okay, so what I'm doing now on these edges here, I'm tucking them in like, you know, like the corners, right here on the corners. And I'm putting a little bit of fabric glue on, I'm putting a little bit of Fabri-Tac on them, and I'm just tucking them under and gluing them down. That way they're not sticking out the edge like this, and they won't fray. So let's put a little bit of glue on the fabric. Let's tuck it under like that, and then we'll put a little bit of glue right there. That'll keep those edges just like that. That'll keep the edges from sticking out and fraying. Now this needs a little bit of glue. We'll put that down. Okay, there we go. There's that. And there's the front. There we go. So, now to do the inside.